I'm about to show you how to turn a single $50 bill into a real stream of passive income. And the best part? We're going to walk through the exact playbook you can use to start today. So, do you really think you need thousands of dollars to start investing? Well, that's kind of the old way of looking at it. The game has totally changed, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So here's the deal. I'm going to lay out three, and I mean proven playbooks to turn that $50 into an actual passive income engine. And this is all possible now because of two huge shifts. Commission fees are pretty much dead, and something called fractional shares now exists. That just means you can own a slice of the biggest companies on earth for like a few bucks. Okay, so stick with me, because at the end, I'm going to reveal a digital strategy that turns your $50 into a true cash-flowing asset. First, we're going to cover the safest path for guaranteed returns. Then, we'll get into a simple stock market strategy for automatic growth. And that final path, the digital creator, it has potential returns that are honestly hard to believe. All right, let's dive into path number one. All right, path one, the Safe Accumulator. This one is all about security. It's how you can get the absolute most out of your money without risking a single penny of that first $50. You can think of this as our foundation, the baseline. So if your cash is just sitting in a regular old savings account, let's be honest, it's barely doing anything. The national average is, what, a measly 0.61%? But here's the secret. Behind the scenes, these online banks are in an all-out war for your money. And you can take advantage of that. Okay, just look at these numbers for a second. See that 5% from Vero Bank? That's nearly 10 times the national average. These newer digital-first banks are just built differently. They're offering these huge rates with zero fees and no minimum deposit. It's a game changer. Now, don't get me wrong, these are fantastic options. But for someone who's starting with just $50, there's an even better, kind of little-known account out there. See, this is the kind of stuff that's out there if you just know where to look. I mean, can you imagine a 10% annual return on your money? And get this, it's completely risk-free and government insured. Yeah, it's real, and here's exactly how you get it. So here's the deal. A place called Orza Credit Union is offering this incredible 10% rate for a simple reason. They want new members. For our $50, that translates to $5 of pure passive income in 1 year. That's our benchmark. That's our guaranteed 10% risk-free return. Remember that number. All right, let's move on to path number two, the automated compounder. This is where we take that idea of getting a return and, kick it up a notch by using the stock market. So the key piece of tech that unlocks the stock market for someone with just $50 is something called fractional shares. And this is huge. It means you don't need hundreds of dollars anymore to buy one share of a great company. Nope. Brokers like Fidelity and eToro, they let you invest with as little as $1. This gives you real ownership in some of the best income-producing companies in the world. Okay, but instead of trying to gamble on one single stock, you can use something called a dividend ETF for instant diversification. If you're new to this, check out SCHD. It's a real standout for a couple of reasons. It has an ultra-low cost, just 0.06%, and it automatically invests you in 100 top-notch US companies that have been paying out dividends for years. It basically does all the hard work for you. And this is where the magic really happens. It's called a Dividend Reinvestment Plan, or DREP. All you do is turn it on, and then every single dividend you earn automatically buys you more tiny shares. Then, those new shares start earning their own dividends. It's a compounding snowball that just grows your investment over time completely on autopilot. And now for our third and final path, the digital creator. Okay, full disclosure. This one takes some upfront work, some good old-fashioned sweat equity. But it has by far the highest potential return. So if you've got even a little bit of that entrepreneurial spirit, you're going to want to listen to this. The whole mindset here is totally different. You're not using your $50 to earn interest or dividends. Nope. You're using it as a production budget. A budget to get access to some incredibly powerful AI tools that can create digital products for you pretty much automatically. Let me give you a perfect real-world example. Say you use a tool like Canva AI to design a set of, 50 really nice social media templates for real estate agents. You create that digital product just once. Then you list it on a marketplace like Etsy, and you can sell it over and over and over again. You're literally generating income while you sleep. So what this really means is that your $50 budget can basically hire you a digital employee for a month. I mean, look at this. ChatGPT can be your writer. Canva AI can be your designer.
ElevenLabs can be your voice artist. You're creating these scalable digital assets for a tiny, tiny fraction of what it would have cost just a couple of years ago. It's incredible.
Okay, let's bring it all together now. It's time to look at what your $50 could actually become 1 year from now, depending on which of these three paths you decide to take. So this really shows the trade-off, right? The accumulator path is all about safety. The compounder is for that slow, steady long-term growth. But then look at the creator path. It offers what investors call asymmetric upside. It's just a fancy way of saying something really powerful. Your risk is capped at $50, but your potential reward, it's pretty much unlimited. So which path is the right one for you? Honestly, it just comes down to your personality. Are you a saver? Someone who values security above everything else? Or are you an investor, someone who's ready to play the long game? Or maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're excited by the idea of building something totally new from the ground up. So here it is, your simple, actionable checklist to get started today. And I mean, seriously, you can open one of these savings accounts in minutes. You can buy an ETF with just a few clicks. Or you can start creating your very first digital product right now. The choice is totally yours. You know, the biggest takeaway from all of this is that the barrier to building wealth isn't really about how much money you have anymore. It's about knowledge. It's about knowing how to put your money to work. That first $50, it's more than just money. It's a vote for the kind of future you want to build. So the only question left is, what future are you going to choose?